Hey, Keckers here, and this is my review for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I hope you're interested in hearing my thoughts on this, and if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on this and many other things, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get started. Okay, so Doctor Strange. I was very interested in seeing where this thing was going, particularly since this was supposed to come out quite some time ago. All the stuff going on with COVID managed to shuffle around all the things that were supposed to happen. You see, this movie is supposed to come out 2 weeks after WandaVision, and it kind of shows. You see, this is directly tied into the events of that show, and yeah, the whole thing of them adding in like a Spider-Man movie between here and there, it seems like it would be a bigger deal than it is, but it kind of isn't. Yes, we know that Doctor Strange had a thing that happened with him and Spider-Man in the multiverse, but it doesn't really come up that much. He doesn't go around like talking about lessons he learned from it or things he has to do to like fix mistakes. None of that happened, and unless you really delve into something with like the very end of the movie and their post-credit scene, which is probably one of the reshoots or something like that. But yeah, they're going to be spoilers. I mean, like, boom, spoilers are going to be in on this. So yeah, I gotta say, first off the bat, everybody's really fun in this, and this first and foremost is a Sam Raimi movie. This is not a Marvel movie. This is a Sam Raimi Evil Dead horror fun film, and because of that, I'm going to say be very careful about the age of the children you bring to this. I mean, yeah, I did see some Evil Dead when I was a little too young perhaps, but this movie gets a little gory, and there's some deaths in it that might be not quite the same for some of the younger people in the audience that I know are always there, and they're just always showing up. Okay, so yeah, Wanda, after the events of WandaVision, is currently seeking a way to find her children. And as all of us who were saying like, hey, Wanda's kind of sketchy after WandaVision, maybe someone should like check in on her, and apparently no one did. So she's gone full-on villain mode. Yeah, she is full-on villain and loving it, and I am loving her as a villain in this. She's powerful, she's dangerous, she's funny. And this leads her in her whole path in this, which intersects with Doctor Strange. And Strange, after the events of these previous movies, is kind of just sitting still on where he is. I mean, yeah, he's the not Sorcerer Supreme, because that's still Wong, but he is, master of the mystic arts, and he's dealing with not having anything else to do outside of this. Christine's getting married, and he's just got the superhero stuff and nothing else going on in his life. And into his life, into this superhero life, is thrust America Chavez, a multiverse traveling teen who needs some help because she's being chased by creatures and demons and all this other stuff, trying to get a hold of her powers to cross the infinite multiverse. And as she's crossing this infinite multiverse, she meets up with Strange, and Strange is trying to find a way to help her harness her powers and get on the run from Wanda, who's gone nuts and just trying to do everything that the villains from the start of the movie were trying to do to her. So yeah, this movie is 2 paths. It is Wanda's villainous path, and it is Strange trying to protect America. And unfortunately, America Chavez is kind of just a passenger. Yes, she learns about who maybe she should have confidence in her abilities, but she doesn't actually develop as much as I feel that she should, other than, oh, here's a pep talk and you end up in control of your abilities to an extent. There is some multiverse traveling, not nearly as much as I would like. I would have liked like maybe a stopover in various universes, maybe some fun montage of, here's some food in one place, here's random conversation in another, here's a fun cameo you'll see them and then it'll go. But the movie seems a bit of a hurry to get to the whole Illuminati thing from the trailers, which is fun. We get to see the return of, two characters, Captain Carter and Black Bolt, who no one cares about. We get our first introduction to Reed Richards. We get Charles Xavier, Professor X back, and some others. I will say, really, I love what they do with these cameos. I love how they're there. They make a big deal about them being there, and they're completely and utterly ineffectual, and that's hilarious. I'm not going to spoil exactly what happens to these characters, but oh, I loved what they did with these cameos. Now, Wanda. Wanda is powerful, she is dangerous, and she is utterly horror movie villain. She's Freddy Krueger coming after people. And if this is the last we see of her in the MCU, what a way to go out. Oof. But yeah, we delve more into Doctor Strange, we delve more into Wanda. We see him coming to terms with he's not happy with where he is in his life and he wants more than this superhero stuff. And I'm looking forward to seeing where they go from there. There's multiverse stuff, and there's the worry about incursions, there's worry about universes colliding. I don't believe that this is going where a lot of the fans think that it is. And yeah, there may be some more multiverse stuff, but hopefully they do what I want and keep the X-Men in their own freaking universe. Yeah, music's great. It's got some Danny Elfman stuff. You've got more psychedelic. Yeah, there's some more psychedelic stuff going in there, but this is more horror movie madness, and it owns it. And I'm rambling. I enjoyed the movie. It is not the best. The plot kind of falls apart and characters can be idiotic, but it's Sam Raimi idiocy. So I'm all down for that type of stuff. You get your Bruce Campbell cameo, and it's a very good one. All the cameos are good. This movie is really a conclusion to one character's story and just a midpoint for Strange's story. So we'll see where things go from now with these characters, and yeah, go see it. Be prepared for madness, be prepared for gore, be prepared for zombie zanias, and be prepared to hear some kids screaming. Anyway, this is Keckers, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.